Hello, what is the difference between daily and weekly charts? The main difference is on a daily chart, every single bar is 1 day time frame, and on a weekly chart, every single bar or candlestick is 1 week time frame. I don't use weekly chart much. I use it maybe in 2024, but I don't know if I use it much in 2025, and I don't use it at all in 2026. I use monthly chart and I use daily chart. But instead of monthly chart, you could use weekly chart if you want to, but I don't use weekly chart. So, but just keep in mind that on a weekly chart, you will see a bigger picture than on a daily chart because it will condense 1 week transaction, a fluctuation of the price within one candlestick for you. And therefore it will show you, let's say we are seeing from April 2024 to March 1st 2026 on here. And when we go to daily chart, and again we are not seeing maximum weekly chart here, but we have 3 years weekly chart here, so we cannot really compare that to maximum daily chart. But because again I'm using maximum daily chart, so it's showing me as much as it can show me on here. But you can try maximum weekly chart as well. It might show you that technically it might show you more years, as well as it's going to condense 7 days of transaction into one candlestick. It will have space to show you more years. And here on a daily chart, we are seeing we have the date on the x-axis from the past to the present, and we have the price on the y-axis from $0 up. So we are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years on here. On a weekly chart, maximum weekly chart, it will show you more than 5 years. But I don't use weekly chart. I use monthly chart and I use daily chart. I use daily chart for my swing trading transaction to make my decision to buy and sell. My chart analysis is done on a daily chart, but a lot of time I go to maximum monthly chart to have a bigger picture. On a maximum monthly chart, I can see way more years because it's condensing 30 to 30, let's say 28 to 31 days, like 1 month, price fluctuation within one candlestick. Therefore, it can show you more years on the screen, and that is the, even though it's not the title of this video, is the difference between monthly and daily chart as well. It shows you more years, and I use monthly chart to see the bigger picture, to analyze the trend of the stock, the company stock, to see if it's uptrending or what, and trace my value line and pick the one that I think is a possible value line for the price to come back to, and color code it to be where I'm comfortable paying for that stock's share, and wait for it to come down. But then I'll go to my daily chart, and on a daily basis, if I can see all my line, I can just do my chart analysis here. And when we are analyzing the stock of the day as of March 1st 2026, WRB, well, WRB, I'm seeing a line here is lower, and I'm seeing this one. When I'm looking at WRB, is there a one I will buy during this week? The answer is no. Why is that? Because where is it coming from? It's coming from the top of the mountain, and now from the valley. So it might be going to the valley, but it's not there yet. It's close to the mountain top than it is to the valley. Currently it's kind of going up here, but I don't know if that's just a thing for it and it's ready to go down, or if it's, you know, going to continue going up from there. So for that reason, we are just going to continue observing it. We are not going to do anything with it just yet. So it could well rest there and just continue going up unless it's done going up. That trend ended and is on its way going down. We are going to wait until it touch base with at least one of our valley line and we will buy. Because I'm not seeing the bottom line well, I will come back to monthly chart, maximum monthly chart, to take a look at it. And I'm thinking there is a chance it might come down here, but I'm not going to wait until it come down here to buy. Just in case it does not come there here, I might miss my entry. So for that reason, when it touch base with this, I will buy. And when I'm counting the years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is 6 years long. It's good enough for me to buy it there. If it turns out now to be the valley line and it come down here, I will buy some more, or I might buy some more. But until then, I'm not going to do anything. I will just go continue observing it, because if I buy it on this support line, it's going to be a short upturn and swing trading strategy, and it's going to be because this support line is supporting the upside wall of the mountain that is claiming, and I don't know when it's going to be done claiming it for me to join that trend. So if it's done, I might get stuck in it. So therefore, I prefer to use long upturn and swing trading strategy and buy here. And another thing that I like to say is, even though it left this support line already, it's already reached all-time highest price. This is the previous cycle peak, the highest peak, when it touched base with that one. So, and it reached a year after reaching that, it pulled back and exceeded within a year from there, and it has been doing that for a while now. If it left the valley line and start going up and has now reached all-time highest price, yeah, then I might get into the trade knowing that it has not reached all-time highest price yet. But it reached a multiple times already over the years, 2 years in a row, if 3 years actually, 1, 2, 3, I would just say 2 years in a row. Getting into this trend will be a risky move. If it's done, it's not going to continue going up, I'll get stuck in there. So therefore, I just prefer to learn from previous experiences and just wait for it. So there are plenty more on the watch list that I can, you know, continue observing and find around the valley line and buy. And now trying to use short-term anything here, but just wait. So that is the strategy I'm using this year. Way to buy at the valley line, and this is long enough, but I have two to work with. So this is not a buy for me just yet, and I don't know how long it's going to take to come down. Here it did it within, let's see, December, May. It did it within 5 months. So, and it claimed this mountain here within 1, 2, 3 years, and it did it here 1, 2, 3 years. So maybe it's done with that cycle. If it's going to repeat this cycle here, maybe it's done with it and it's on its way down, going down. I'm not entirely sure. We are going to continue observing it to see. Until then, we are now entering this trend or this trade. So that is how I use my monthly chart and my daily chart, and I do not use weekly chart between it. So monthly chart is good enough for me to have a bigger picture, and daily chart is where, you know, I do my chart analysis. But with long option and swing trading strategy, I'm using maximum monthly chart so much that I wonder if it's going to be my default chart to analyze instead of going back and forth between the two. But until then, I'm still using my daily chart, because on a daily chart I can see exactly what is going on, and I prefer that, because on a monthly chart is 1 month. So within that month one, you have multiple things going on there, and that month will end before you can have the picture, the full picture of that month. When daily chart is clearly, this is February here, and within February you have all those transactions here, and all of this is combined in one bar on a monthly chart here for you. And is you are going to make a move, you are going to wait a month to make that move. So I just, because this could be, is 1 month, it's not going to be 1 month pass before I make my move. Therefore I use daily chart to buy my stocks. If this is the value line that I'm going to buy at based on the strategy I'm using this year, as soon as it come down here and here it did it in 1 day, I will buy it this day because it's at the value line that I'm going to buy at. I'm not going to wait 1 month, and this happened when in December 8th. So I'm not going to wait 1 month before I can make my move. And this will be December. So I won't wait 1 month to see it at the value line before I make my move. So therefore, because clearly it started that December, let's see, it started that December on a higher level away from this area. So on a daily chart, if it's here, let's say this is the value line, let's say it's not, but let's say it's the value line that I wanted to buy at. Here I'm not going to buy anything because I want to buy at this line. So, and it did that in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So therefore I make my buying and selling decision on a daily chart, and that is the lowest I go. I don't go any lower than 1 day chart. And then maximum monthly chart, I can have a bigger picture of my value line to see they are still well designed. They didn't shift by mistake, and I'm aiming well, and I'm seeing all my value line, and then make my purchase once the chart pull back and touch base with one of those lines that I wanted to buy at. So if you use previous chart and swing, you traded before, and you use weekly chart before you liked it, you can continue using it. And if you use less than 1 day before, like hours before, and you like it, those will give you more precision. But with my strategy, I'm not looking for more precise entry. I'm not trying, I don't mind leaving some money on the table, let's just put it that way. And I'm not trying to compete being the best at swing trading and buy at the best price either. I just go in around my lunchtime and make my purchase, place my orders, and get out. And that's it. So, but it does not mean that is the only way you can swing trade, but that is the swing trading strategy that works well with my current position as a full-time employee. That is how I'm managing my job with my swing trading, making money on the side. Go in during my lunchtime. After I flag things that I need to buy, I will analyze it again to see, yes, I'm still seeing it there. Go into my charts-WRB account and place orders to buy them at the price is selling around that price that time, and just move out of it. Sometimes it will buy because I will sell limit price. Sometimes it will buy if it comes down at that price or lower, and sometimes it won't buy if it didn't come to that price but it continue going higher. The next day I could place the order again if it didn't go through the first time. That makes sense, and I noticed it. So, but it does not mean that's the only way, but that is the way that works for me right now, that I can still swing trade and still have, a full-time job, part-time swing trading and full-time job. Or interning, I can just say my swing trading could be like I'm doing internship, you know, and making money along the way as I have my job. But yeah, you can just see based on your situation how much time you can devote to your swing trading and see the strategy that works for you and go for it and just keep improving it and get better at it. And your strategy could change over time when you have more time to allocate to your swing trading. But just start and just keep getting better at it. So thank you so much for your time. And as you start and you are keep getting better at it, you'll keep making money from it and you'll keep improving as well. You don't need to wait until you know everything before you start and get better at it. At least that is the way I do it. And again, it could be based on my personality type as well. I'm not a perfectionist, so it might be easy for me to say. And if you are a perfectionist, you might have to see how you can still be a perfectionist and still make your first move without waiting to be too perfect. Again, I'm sure you didn't wait until you are perfectly good at walking before you made your first step when you were a baby. So you can just keep helping yourself and not going 360 degree against your perfectionism personality, but see how you can manage both. So, and still make money along the way and keep getting better, because again, it's not that you are not going to continue to grow. You are going to continue to grow. You are going to continue improving your strategy. You are going to continue improving your buying and selling decision. It's a journey, it's not a destination. So thank you so much for your time, and practicing, you'll get better at it. I think that's a difference between experience and learning something. The more of a skill, so the more you practice what you know, you gain experience and you get better and better and better, because you'll come across some tips that cannot be taught but only learn through practice, that will help you get better and better and better toward the perfectionism style that toward that perfect position that you want to be comfortable. But just know that it is a journey. Don't wait until you get there before you start. Thank you, and enjoy the process. Thank you so much for your time. We thank you very much for all your comments, and we thank you for watching our videos. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, Girls of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and in sub.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and slowly you will grow your account from there. For more swing trading videos in this series, will please check the playlist How to Start Swing Trading Step by Step Using Uptrend Lines in the description of this video, and we do have some other playlists related to swing trading as well. Thank you for your time. Happy swing trading.